Welcome back to Three Bold Takes, guys. We're doing our pick'ems for week 8. We're going to do 6 games split up into different videos. Tell you what we got for this week. And we're going to do an update on the records right now, guys, or we're going to hold off for another week.
We can do an update on the records if you want to. Do you want
I
to?
don't know. Yeah, go ahead. I know I'm at the bottom.
We'll go from top to bottom. I'm in first with a 20 and 13 record. Freddie has broke 500 and is 17 and 16. And then Quinn, you're at 15 and 18, brother. We hope you can.
I know. Hey, it's actually growth. Believe it or not, it's growth.
It
I started
is.
off really bad.
Right.
You did. All right, so now we bring your attention to the 7 o'clock Fox game. We have number 14, Utah, traveling to number 18, USC. USC is favored by 6.5 points at home. Cam Rising is not playing. We've been through this multiple times. It's not happening. He tore something in his knee I'd never heard of, so don't think he'll be back anytime soon. But with that being said, USC just comes off of just a terrible game against Notre Dame where they got beat by 28 points. By far, Caleb Williams' worst game of his career. Potentially could have taken him completely out of the Heisman race that one game. But with that being said, USC comes in with a 70% chance to win this game at home. Chase, who you got?
Yeah, I absolutely hate picking this game because I love Utah, but Utah's offense is woof this year. Like there's Iowa and then there's Utah's offense all the way down below it. And I watched a couple of Utah's games this year, and they've just not been able to move the ball, and their defense has kept them in so many games. They had a chance to win the Oregon State game, the only loss of the season, because of their defense before a late touchdown. And even then, they were still trying to give the offense a chance to win that game. So the defense is going to be there. And I think it will slow Caleb Williams down, but your offense has to move the ball. And I think USC is at least going to put up 25 points. And looking at Utah's schedule, they have put up more than 25 twice, and that was against Weber and Weber State. Yeah, not gonna happen. I'm gonna take USC in this game. It's at home. I think Caleb Williams bounces back, and he has a very, very sound game. It's not to say that Utah won't score, but against this defense, because I think they will, but it won't be enough to make it matter because you got to get into a shootout almost to beat USC most of the time. And even then, like even in the loss last week where Notre Dame's defense absolutely went absurd. They had sack after sack, interception after interception. USC still put up 20 points. And I don't think you're going to see a 3-interception game back to back for Caleb Williams. I'm going to go USC. Quinn?
I feel like people are going to overreact to the USC Notre Dame game. I think USC had a bad game. I think they got exposed. Utah has a good defense. Caleb Williams is still really good. I do think he kind of lost the Heisman with that Notre Dame loss. I think you're always looking to give the Heisman to someone new, and having a performance like that's going to really hurt his ability to repeat. But in this game, we got to look at Utah's. Like who have they? Like they've played 2 quality opponents. That's it. They played UCLA and they played Oregon State. Everyone else is bad.
Florida.
Like I said, everyone else is bad. So you've got in those 2 games, they lose the Oregon State game, but it was competitive, but they lost it. And they beat UCLA in a weird 14-7 game. They have not played an offense like what Caleb Williams and USC are going to bring. And while I do think they're going to have a good defensive showing, I don't think, even with as bad as USC's offense or defense is, I don't think Utah can score enough points on them to keep up with a pissed off Caleb Williams. So give me USC, and I actually like them to cover.
Yeah, you guys keep bringing up the UCLA game. Let's not forget, half of their points was a pick six, so they only scored 7 offensive points in that contest. So, and then 7 against Oregon State. They finally, ever since Weber State, finally put up decent number 34 points against Cal, but it's Cal. So I have to agree here. I think a pissed off Caleb Williams, he's never going to have a game again just like he did against Notre Dame. I don't care who he plays. That's just not him. I think he woke up on the wrong side of the bed last Saturday. But I'm going to take USC to win and to cover as well. Now, keep in mind, USC is very much still alive in not only the Pac-12 race, considering that Notre Dame loss is not a conference loss, but the playoff race as well. I mean, even though they're ranked 18th now, if they win out and win the Pac-12 with one loss against Notre Dame, but undefeated in conference play and beat a Washington or an Oregon, they're going to make the playoffs. So I think we got to keep that in mind too. The season's not a wash yet. Now, if they lose against Utah, I'd be very concerned about their, will to win in the next couple of weeks after. But I'm still going to pick USC to win this game and cover at home.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this week's predictions for the upcoming games and the college football schedule. Make sure you check out all 6 of them. We got them all up on the YouTube page. I'm Quinn. I'm with Chase and Freddie. We're out.